Alright you guys, so we're here now at the Lotus area. So fun fact, I actually had a pre-order for about 2 years on the Emira. So I did cancel it just because honestly it kept getting pushed back when I used the money on some other things. But who knows, maybe this test drive will be so good I'll say, you know what, I'm gonna buy one. Let's go ahead and see what's open. So now I'm just waiting. So check this out. This is the exact color I wanted because I wanted to replace the Supra. I mean, look at this. This blue really does look a lot nicer in person actually. I mean, it has a nice sparkle in it that you couldn't really tell before in the online photos. Definitely looks really cool. And yeah, I really just can't wait to get behind the wheel of one. I'm also going to be test driving a manual one too. So looking forward to that. And here's that Lotus Emira. This is pretty cool. It's all electric. So that was also why the Emira is actually making waves, because it's the last gasoline-powered car from Lotus. Alright guys, going to be test driving. That's a first edition too. Awesome. There we go. Thank you. Alright you guys, so after so many years and having a pre-order and all that, I'm finally driving one. So far pretty cool, I'm really just trying to get used to the clutch. The pedals are very shifted to the right. That is very different for me from other manual cars.
Okay, keep moving.
Alright, as you can also hear, representative is on a walkie-talkie. So we're finally going out to the streets. Let's open it up a little bit. There we go.
Yes.
Okay, this thing feels good. Not bad at all. It feels good. It's a quick car. I mean, I knew what it was when I had pre-ordered it, and I knew exactly what to expect. And yeah, I'm not surprised at all that it's performing very well. So this does have the same supercharged motor that the Evora has, and of course the wonderful manual gearbox. Feels good. Let's see, we haven't gotten to any real turns yet, so we'll go ahead and we'll come back to when we hit up some turns. I will say, driving the Lotus, it really reminds me of how much fun I have with a manual. I haven't owned a manual car in a while. The 350Z was my last manual car, and I did end up selling that one a couple of years ago, and since then not really much. So being able to drive one right now, it's a lot of fun. We are now on the turns, and this thing, it's planted. It feels really good. I feel stable. I'm not gonna lie, this definitely feels like an improvement over my 2021 Supra I used to have. Definitely an improvement. Now I definitely can tell in this test drive they want to open it up a little bit more. We do have some slower cars in front. So let's see. I can still have some fun though, even with some slower cars. Motor sounds pretty good too. I mean, when you floor, you can really get that supercharger whine going in. Let's see, I don't know if the camera will pick it up. I'll do it just a little bit right now. I can hear it right behind me. That thing sounded good. Can't get too crazy with it right now though, because we have cars in front of us. It does feel really good. It did disappoint me that I did have to cancel that pre-order, but it was a few years I was waiting, and I figured money might be better spent on some other things. But who knows? Maybe when this car is more widely available, I can go ahead and pick one up. We'll see. So as I'm driving, the one thing that I'm really noticing is just how nice the interior is. I mean, as you can see, the gauge is all digital, which it's a pretty cool touch. Not something I'm used to. You do have right here all of the basically the metrics of the vehicle, especially as I'm turning and everything. You can see all of these metrics are changing.
Okay. And turn.
So I'm gonna make a turn here. I really do like this steering wheel. It's a very nice and sporty steering wheel. Definitely looks good. All right. So, a lot of fun. A lot of fun with this one. Having a manual and everything. I don't think I could do this car in an automatic. Just having it, being able to rotate through the gears and just turn like this, definitely something you need to have a manual to truly appreciate. It's also a pretty nice test drive route too, actually. It's basically just taking us, down and around. Nice lengthy test drive. All right, guys, now we're in sport mode, so let's open it up a little bit more. not bad. It's fun. It's not like the fastest car ever, but it's still a lot of fun, you know, just to get to rotate the gears on this one. I will say, while this is definitely, to me at least, it feels more enjoyable of a drive than the Supra. I do think the Supra was quicker. So as we're driving it, I remember, you know, the reason why I actually put down the pre-order. So when I had the Supra, it was a fun car, but I really did miss having a manual car, and I was like, you know, I'd like something a little bit more planted, something that was just to have a bit more fun in it. And that was the main reason why I had actually put down the deposit on this when I hadn't even sold the Supra yet. Like, I was already pretty sure that the Supra was, you know, basically out the door. And as I'm driving the Emira, I'm realizing that I really did make the right choice, or it would have been the right choice if I would have been able to have gotten the Emira back, you know, when I pre-ordered it back in 2021. But, you know, you never know. You know, I've been enjoying it. You know, it's a lot of fun. We'll see how it is when it really hits the, you know, North American market. It's been pushed back a lot, so we'll see how that is going. But for now, I can definitely say this definitely, at least to me, would have been a nice upgrade over the 2021 Supra A91 edition I used to have. Of course, I still would have gotten that same blue that I was showing you guys earlier, because I just love blue cars. So that would have been the only thing that's really similar. But also would have been kind of funny, because if you didn't know, you know, the Emira does have a Toyota motor in it, and my Supra had a BMW motor in it. So I would have had the actual Toyota motor powered car versus, you know, the Supra. That would have been kind of a funny thing. So, you know, let's go ahead and just enjoy this test drive. Let's get to the end of it. It's really cool because I'm looking in my rear view and you can see the boost actuator open up as I step on it. So check that out. That's pretty cool to get to see that in the rear view. That's an awesome little touch by Lotus. All right, guys, we're pulling in. You know, test drive is done. A lot of fun. So, you know, let me go ahead and let me give them back their card and go ahead and give you my my closing thoughts on it. All right, guys, test drive is done. So just checking out what's over here. This is pretty cool. This one's all raced out. Look how deep it is in there. Definitely neat to see. You know, looking at the Emiras, again, you know, very fun test drive. Definitely will consider one, you know, when they're actually out on the street. They said that by next year, so we'll see how that goes.